heart of Willow Creek in the sleepy town of Willow Creek, nestled between rolling hills and a lazy river, the annual Harvest Festival was the heartbeat of the community. Every fall, folks would gather to celebrate with homemade pies, live music, and laughter that echoed under the stars. But this year, something felt different. The festival's usual sparkle was dimming. The community center where the event was held was falling apart. Its roof leaked, the stage creaked, and the walls begged for a fresh coat of paint. Clara, a retired schoolteacher with a smile that could light up a room, had been part of every Harvest Festival since she was a girl. The thought of it fading broke her heart. She didn't have the money or strength to fix the center alone, but she had an idea. At the diner, she asked, "What if we all chipped in to save the festival?" At the market, she wondered, "Could we make the center a place we're proud of again?" Her questions spread like wildfire, igniting a spark in Willow Creek. Soon, neighbors were knocking on doors, sharing ideas. Kids like Tommy, a shy teenager who loved to draw, offered to paint murals on the center's walls. Sarah, the local baker, suggested a bake sale, her famous apple tarts as the star. Even grumpy old Mr. Jenkins, who never left his porch, donated wood from his shed for repairs. The town was waking up, remembering what made it special. The weeks flew by, and Willow Creek buzzed with energy. Volunteers hammered nails, scrubbed floors, and planted flowers. Tommy's murals turned the center into a canvas of color, sunflowers, river scenes, and smiling faces. Sarah's bake sale raised enough to fix the roof, and the high school band practiced extra hard to make the music unforgettable. People who'd never spoken before were now laughing together, sharing stories over coffee. The night of the Harvest Festival arrived, and the community center glowed under string lights. Families poured in, their faces beaming with pride. The stage held strong as the band played, and Clara, standing quietly at the back, watched kids dance and neighbors swap stories. She wiped a tear, not from sadness but from seeing what love and teamwork could do. As the night wound down, the mayor took the stage. "This festival isn't just about pie or music," he said. "It's about us, our heart, our home." The crowd cheered, and Clara felt a warmth she'd never forget. Willow Creek's festival wasn't just saved, it was reborn, brighter than ever. And as the stars twinkled above, the town knew they'd created something bigger than a party. They'd built a memory, a promise to keep showing up for each other. The heart of Willow Creek. Part 2. The morning after the Harvest Festival, Willow Creek woke up to a buzz that hadn't faded. The community center, once a crumbling relic, now stood proud with Tommy's vibrant murals and a roof that didn't leak. Clara, sipping her coffee at the diner, overheard folks chatting about more than just the festival's success. "What if we kept this going?" asked Sarah, the baker, her apron dusted with flour. "Could we make Willow Creek a place where everyone feels at home, all year round?" Her question hung in the air, stirring something new. The town didn't waste time. At a meeting in the freshly painted community center, ideas flew like fireflies. Why not start a weekly farmers market to showcase local produce? How about after-school art classes for kids, led by Tommy, who'd found his confidence painting those murals? Even Mr. Jenkins, still grumbling but softer now, suggested a tool-lending library to help neighbors fix up their homes. It was as if the festival had unlocked a truth. Together, they could do anything. Weeks turned into months, and Willow Creek transformed. The farmers' market became a Saturday staple, with Sarah's tarts selling out before noon and farmers swapping stories with city newcomers. Tommy's art classes filled the center with laughter, kids splashing paint and dreaming big. When a storm hit in December, neighbors rallied to repair damaged homes, using Mr. Jenkins' tool library and skills they'd learned fixing the center. Clara watched it all unfold, her heart swelling. At a spring potluck, she saw faces that hadn't mixed before, young and old, new and lifelong residents, sharing dishes and stories. The mayor raised a glass, saying, "We didn't just save a festival, we built a family." Clara thought of the kids painting, the farmers laughing, the neighbors rebuilding. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Willow Creek wasn't just a place anymore, it was a promise. They'd faced a challenge, come together, and kept going. As Clara looked out at her neighbors, she knew this was only the beginning. Reflection on Willow Creek's heart. What does it take for a small town to rediscover its soul? The story of Willow Creek, a place tucked between hills and a winding river, offers a glowing answer. Their harvest festival, nearly lost to a crumbling community center, became a spark that lit up the whole town. But why does this story tug at the heart? It's not just about fixing a building or throwing a party. It's about people choosing to care, to connect, and to keep going. Reflecting on Willow Creek's journey shows us how ordinary folks can create something extraordinary when they come together. The festival's revival started with Clara, a retired schoolteacher whose love for her town refused to fade. Her simple question, "What if we all chipped in?" wasn't just a call to action, it was a challenge to believe in each other. Think about that. One person's spark can ignite a whole community. Have you ever seen someone in your life ask a question that changed everything? Clara's curiosity spread, pulling in shy Tommy with his paintbrush, Sarah with her apple tarts, even grumpy Mr. Jenkins with his wood scraps. Each person brought something unique, proving that every contribution counts. As I picture Willow Creek's transformation, I'm struck by the joy in their teamwork. The community center didn't just get a new roof. It became a canvas for Tommy's murals, a stage for the high school band, a gathering spot for neighbors who'd never spoken before. What's so powerful about that? It's the way small acts, painting a wall, baking a pie, lending a hammer, built trust and pride. I can't help but ask, when was the last time you saw strangers become friends over a shared goal? For me, it reminds me of a time I volunteered at a local food drive, watching neighbors swap stories while packing boxes. That feeling of connection, of belonging, is what Willow Creek bottled up. The festival night itself was magic, but the real story unfolds in the second part. Why didn't the town stop there? They could have patted themselves on the back and called it a day, but instead they dreamed bigger. A farmer's market, art classes, a tool-lending library, each idea grew from the confidence they'd gained. It makes me think, how often do we let a single success inspire us to keep pushing? Willow Creek didn't just save a tradition, they built a way of life. Sarah's tarts selling out, Tommy teaching kids to paint, neighbors rebuilding after a storm. These weren't just events, they were promises to keep showing up. Reflecting on this, I'm drawn to the idea of resilience. The community center was falling apart, but Willow Creek didn't give up. They saw possibility where others might have seen defeat. Have you ever faced something broken, a project, a relationship, a dream, and found a way to rebuild? For me, it's like when I lost a job I loved. At first, it felt like the end, but joining a community group helped me find new purpose. Willow Creek's story mirrors that. Setbacks don't define us, our response does. The diversity of Willow Creek's efforts also stands out. From kids to seniors, farmers to newcomers, everyone had a role. It makes me wonder, how often do we overlook people's potential because they seem different or quiet? Tommy was shy, Mr. Jenkins was grumpy, but they shone when given a chance. This story challenges us to look around. Who in our lives is waiting for an invitation to contribute? Inclusion isn't just a buzzword here, it's the glue that held the town together. As the spring potluck rolled around, Clara saw a town transformed, not just in buildings, but in hearts. The mayor's words, "We built a family," hit deep. Why? Because they'd created something lasting. Trust, hope, connection. Reflecting on this, I think of my own community, times when we've rallied for a cause, like cleaning a park or helping a neighbor. Those moments don't just fix problems, they remind us we're not alone. This story isn't just about Willow Creek, it's a mirror for all of us. It asks, what's stopping us from starting small, like Clara did, and dreaming big? Why not ask a question that sparks change? For me, it's a reminder to stay open, to keep building, even when it's hard. The festival's lights may have dimmed that night, but Willow Creek's spirit kept glowing. They showed us that community isn't a place, it's a choice. Writing this reflection, I'm struck by how universal these lessons are. Whether it's a town, a workplace, or a family, the principles hold. Ask questions, invite everyone, keep going. Willow Creek's story is an example for others because it's real, messy, imperfect, but full of heart. It makes me want to grab a paintbrush, bake a pie, or just talk to a neighbor. What small step could you take today to spark something big? That's the beauty of reflection. It's not just looking back, it's lighting the way forward. Santiago del Carmen Maria. Crowning Thoughts. Copyright 2025 Independent Writer Crowning Thoughts Truth Speaker. AI Video Content Creator Writer Blogger Santiago DC. Maria. All rights reserved.